Well, it is officially time for the Last Supper for the steers. Bright and early in the morning, we'll be over here with the trailer, and they have a date with the butcher. They won't hang around long once we get them there. They'll get us our hanging weights. They'll go ahead and get them mostly processed. They'll put them in a freezer for 2 weeks, and then they'll pull them out. They'll package them up into the individual cuts and freeze them again for 2 or 3 days. So about a 17-day turnaround, and we'll get them back. It's kind of sad. It is sad, but that's why they're here. This is new to us. We've never butchered one before. But we are excited to see the hard work that we've put into them for the last 100 days or so pay off. And we appreciate y'all following along on the journey. Okay, because we get sidetracked quite often, we got us a couple new goats yesterday, a new herd billy, and one more nanny just to add to the herd. So this is our new herd billy. We don't have a name for him yet, but he is a 2.5-year-old Nigerian dwarf, and that is the nanny we bought. Very similar colored to Buttercup, who was Penelope, our bottle babies. She had triplets last year. This little girl is about fixing to turn 1 year old next week. Her and her about the same size. I don't think anybody's come into heat yet, but we'll have a Billy here to take care of it if they do.
He smells disgusting. He keeps on doing it.
All right, well, it's pretty early in the morning, about 6 a.m. The time has come for the steers. It is very sad, but that is why they're here. Everybody knows that. You know, you just you take care of them the best you can while you have them, and appreciate them for what they're doing for you, and you move on. That's part of it. I got the trailer. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but I got the trailer backed up. I did put an extra panel up alongside one of the side of the trailer. Normally don't do that loading cattle, but with this tiger stripe, he has been a bit wild. Although he has calmed down quite a bit, just as an extra measure of security, I guess. And then right here outside their stall, I have a gate. The plan is, last night I came over to and I feed them, and I locked them inside the stall. So they're inside the stall. That's one big thing done. I'm going to open the gate. Hopefully they'll run out. The black one, remember, he was bottle raised, a pet. He's kind of difficult to move because of that. The tiger stripe is the extreme opposite, so who knows how this is going to go. The plan is once they're out and towards the trailer, I'm going to pick this gate up and kind of carry it down the alleyway with me. That way, just if they happen to turn back, I have this I'm holding on to. When I get closer to the trailer, there's actually another gate that's mounted to one of these posts that I can close, which is a bit more secure than me holding it. And then right at the trailer, there's a third gate that I can close to get them up in the trailer. So that's going to be the plan. We'll see how it goes. I apologize if the lighting's real bad. The alleyway is not lit real well, and some of these stall lights, especially down by the trailer, have not been working right. So I apologize if the lighting is real bad. I'm going to try and capture it the best I can. Load up. Load up. Let's load. Load up. Well, that couldn't have gone any better, really. I opened the gate and walked around, and the tiger stripe did start running around. Completely expected that. It took just a second for Arlo, the black one, to find the gate, or to see it. Once he saw it, he started venturing out, and then the tiger stripe followed. They went right on down to the trailer, and the tiger stripe, I hope you saw it, but he kind of stopped and turned, but I was right there with that gate in my hand, and he turned and jumped right on in the trailer. Got it shut behind him. We're gonna pull up, try and shut that cut gate, because they got a little too much room and they're moving around pretty good. We got about a 30-minute drive, and we'll drop them off. About 2-3 o'clock this afternoon, I'll be able to call and get my hanging weight and all that good stuff, and I'll be able to give you a whole lot more information on what their daily gains were, and that kind of stuff. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll find that out here not too awful long. Okay, it is actually a couple days now since we took the steers to butcher, and I've had their weights and numbers for a couple days now, but I'm just getting time to get out here and actually film and all that. So to start out, they did extremely well. My goal was to get them around 1,200 pounds, which was the recommendation of the butcher. They surpassed that. I'll start with Arlo. He was the black one. So Arlo, I bought him at 875 pounds. He spent 111 days on feed and gained, his kill weight was 1,300 pounds. His hanging weight was 736 pounds. That means that Arlo, the black one, gained 425 pounds over that 111 days for an average daily gain of 3.82 pounds. The tiger stripe, I bought him a little bit heavier, about 20 pounds heavier, at 895 pounds. And he spent 97 days on feed. His kill weight was 1,275 pounds, so about 25 pounds less. His hanging weight was 708, which was about 20 pounds less. He gained a total of 380 pounds for an average daily gain of 3.91 pounds. So he started just a hair heavier, finished just a hair smaller, but his conversion rate was just a fraction bigger, and he performed just a hair better on a per day basis. To review what their ration was, they each got 25 to 30 pounds of whole corn, 3/4 pound of ADM beef trait, which was a little pelletized mineral supplement that you sprinkle on top of the whole corn. And essentially what it does is it introduces a bacteria to the rumen, which helps reduce the chance of acidosis from feeding whole corn. You know, the long story with feeding whole corn was it did do acidosis and they couldn't eat it, so you had to crack it. Well, science and studies have shown that that's not necessarily true, acidosis is one of the main factors of acidosis is the rumen has more contact essentially with the different feed groups, and that's what produces it. So by leaving it whole, you reduce the contact in the rumen and reduce the risk of acidosis, but they still do need that little bit of extra bacteria to help reduce it with the whole corn. So that's the point of the ADM beef trait. On top of that, they each got, I was shooting for around 2 pounds of hay per head per day, but I ended up a little more than that. It was probably about double, so about 4 pounds of hay per day. And these were the numbers. Like I said, I was shooting for about 1,200 pounds, and they both did, one did 13, one was almost 1,300. So significantly better than what I predicted. I'm very happy with what these steers did. I'm very happy that we tried this new way of feeding with the whole corn and the beef trait. If you're interested in that feed program, I will be glad to send it to you. My email will be in the description, so feel free to leave me an email or a comment and I'll try and get back with you. We'll get them back. They've been there 3-4 days now, so we'll get them back somewhere around the 20th of March. What they're gonna do is they're hanging in a freezer for 2 weeks. They'll pull them out, they'll give them all their cuts and package them and everything, and they'll box them up, set them in a deep freeze again for another 2 or 3 days, and then we'll be able to pick them up. So it's about 2.5 week turnaround. I do have some beef left, so if you happen to be interested, again, leave me a comment or shoot me an email, which is tagged below, and we'll see if we can't work something out there. But anyway, my first time feeding out harvest steers. It was kind of difficult taking them, but that's why they're here. You know, so it is one of them things, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I appreciate y'all following along and supporting my journey here. I hope y'all learned something. I know I learned a whole lot. As far as doing it again, I don't know. The remaining portion of this beef, you know, I'm still gonna offer a quarter, half whole, but I'm also gonna offer by the pound. I'm gonna see how it does, if there's a demand, how much the demand is there. If there is, then I'll add a few steers and I'll feed. I'd be completely content, and I'd actually enjoy being able to greatly increase the number of steers we feed and keep this thing rolling, but the answer is just not there right now because I don't know what the demand is in this area. There are a lot of people who sell beef in this local area, so who knows if we will or not. But anyway, if you hadn't already, please like and subscribe. Lots of content coming up. The grass is greening up. It's almost ready to start grazing. We're finishing up some fence, and then we're going to be adding cattle back out at the farm. And I hope you follow along. Thanks. I'll see you again.